Hey guys, what's going on? This is Jay here from Faith Evolved, where I talk about all things spiritual, metaphysical, philosophical, and mental health. And today is going to be a little bit different. I'd say probably in the realm of mental health, but not really. I mean, I guess it could directly affect that, or indirectly affect it, but, basically I just found out recently that I have aphantasia. Now, I'm looking outside right now. I have very good vision. I think for someone who's 38, almost 39 years old, I still have, I think, nearly 20/20 vision. Everything was clear to me, and it's not blurry. I can see far, I can see close. And as you can tell here, it is a beautiful sunny day here in Virginia Beach. I mean, wall-to-wall sunshine. It's blue sky literally everywhere, not a single cloud in the sky. I mean, this is rare, even for Virginia Beach. And I can see clearly. Everything looks beautiful to me. But if you were to ask me to close my eyes and visualize what I just saw, it's blank. It's completely blank. I don't see anything at all. If you were to ask me to try to sit and visualize something, like the traditional experiment is try to picture an apple. So if I close my eyes, I can kind of make out the dimensions of what the apple would look like the size of it. Like I can trace around, I don't know, just the empty space I see in my eyes, like where, what the size of it might be if it was like, a couple inches in front of me. It's like almost like looking at a negative, right? You ever, back in the day, like when, you would buy those disposable cameras or whatever, or, you would take pictures and then take the roll to the drugstore. They had the photo section, and, they would take those negatives and they would translate those into the actual picture. Well, what I see is like a very hazy version of a negative at best. I mean, if you're talking on a scale of 0 to 100, 0 being nothing whatsoever, to 100 being able to see everything that you see with your eyes closed as if it was real when you're imagining it, like as vivid as real life, I'm at 0.2. Not even, I wouldn't even give myself a 1, because I can't say that I'd never seen anything. Like there's been times where I've, maybe seen a little flash, or I might open my eyes after, looking, or close my eyes after looking at the sun and see a little sunspot in my eye or something like that. Or if I close my eyes, I might see an after image of what I just saw. Like I'm staring out to the trees right now. I can close my eyes and I can see it like fade from like 100 to like maybe a 10, 5, 0 within a matter of milliseconds. And then I see 0, I see blank. And I can't imagine, if you were to tell me to imagine something or a scene or a picture or whatever, I don't see anything. Like I said, it's just like a very hazy negative at best, at its best, And now if you were to ask me, what about when I dream? Can I dream and see things? And actually, yes, I can. My dreams are usually, though, very vague and more conceptual, emotional. And I do sometimes recall places and images and pictures and, scenes, sometimes even in motion and sometimes even color. But it's pretty rare. It's pretty vague, pretty hazy to me. Once in a while, once in a blue moon, pun intended, I see more detail. Like I had a dream of seeing the moon in the sky, and it was at night. And I remember seeing a bright white moon in the sky, and I don't know if I remembered I was dreaming or not, but I was like, wow, this looks real. Like this is like almost like real. Like I would say 80% of what I would expect a real scene to look like. So that happens to me once in a while. I would say maybe a few times a year I might get like a dream that's 70 to 80% as real, as I guess clear or vivid as real life, but never 100%, and never more than real life. And I've heard people say that sometimes when they are visualizing or imagining things, like they can actually see things more, if not at least as vivid as real life. And to me that was astonishing when I first heard that. Like all my life, especially when I was in the church, or especially when I would go to like a meditation session, they would have you close your eyes and visualize, visualize Jesus standing in front of you and holding out his hand, or visualize being at a beach and seeing the water come in and out and the blue sky and the sun setting. Like I can't do that. And I thought, for the longest time, that it was just like something they would tell you to do, more like not rhetorical, but like just conceive of what it would be like to be in that situation. Conceive of what it would be like to see that if you were actually there. But I didn't actually realize that people had the capacity and the ability to literally close your eyes and actually see images and color. And change them and like make scenes out of it. And like, I had no idea that was even something that could be possible. And one of the best examples, I think, of an argument for the belief in God is, in my mind, something kind of strange. The fact that somebody out there is born blind and can't see anything, and everybody else around them can see. And that person has to take everybody else's word for it that seeing is actually a thing. They have no reference point. They can't even see light. They can't even imagine, I bet, like me, when they close their eyes, what something might look like. They don't even know what looking at something means. They know they have two eyes on their face or their head, but they don't really know experientially what it actually does and what it means to see. So to me, that's like, well, if they can't actually conceptualize visual perception, then maybe it's something with us as human beings that we don't know what something spiritual is, because we don't have the capacity, the physical capacity, or even the mental capacity or spiritual capacity to access all the other dimensions around us. Maybe there's some interdimensional beings or aliens or celestial beings, angels, whatever you want to call them, that we can't see because they're right outside of our range of vision. So how I see this is, to me, more proof that there's something beyond what I'm even capable of doing. I can see, but I don't have a mind's eye. So the whole point of this video is to say, I wonder if this is one reason why I feel like my spiritual journey has been stunted a little bit, because I'm not able to visualize these things, Now, granted, I haven't done a full-on dose, like a full trip dose level amount of mushroom yet, which is supposedly like, 3 grams, 2.5 grams. I've done up to 800 milligrams. And I do remember seeing a little bit of like visual disturbance in my field of view. Like, I look at the floor and see the rug moving like the ocean. But I didn't see any hallucinations. Now, have I seen hallucinations before, or hallucination-like things before? Yes, I have seen, little colors floating around in my eyes. Sometimes it happens if I have, like, I don't know, Delta 8 cannabis or something like that. And maybe it happened when I had microdose of mushrooms. I don't remember, but I do remember seeing in my life, when I close my eyes, seeing patterns or visuals, some kind of like, other than just blackness. So I can't say my entire life I have never seen anything with my eyes closed. Once in a blue moon, I'll see like a flash of light. If I'm meditating, sometimes I might see a little glimpse of something, but I would say 99.9% of the time I don't see anything when I close my eyes. And I wonder if that's why, because there's been times in my life where I've gone, like I said before, to like Christian churches, and they'll have these like retreats and stuff, and some of the sessions are trying to get you to visualize God or Jesus, or visualize certain things that help you get over traumas or get over certain things. And I was not able to do it, and I felt like something was wrong with me, and I would feel like maybe I'm broken, or maybe I'm defective, or just something is mentally or spiritually wrong, or I'm just cut off somehow, separated. And I've gone to like Reiki sessions before, and I've been to like energy healing, and a lot of times part of the practice, the ritual, whatever you want to call it, is visualizing. And if I'm not able to do that, is that stunting my growth somehow? So of course those thoughts are going to cross my mind, something I'm kind of verbally processing on this video. But at the same time, I do believe that, my faith is pretty strong. I have a lot to believe in. I have a lot of evidence, at least intellectually, and just things I've read over the years that clearly point to me that there's a higher power. But I do feel like I'm missing part of the puzzle, a little piece of the puzzle that could help me on my journey, which is being able to visualize with my mind's eye. So I just wanted to put this out there. Has anybody else experienced this? Like, how many of you, please put in the comments below, how many of you can actually visualize when you close your eyes? Or do you have aphantasia like I do, where you close your eyes and you see little to nothing at all most of the time? Because that seems to be my experience. And it's crazy. I'm 38 years old. It's the first time, I think a couple weeks ago, I discovered a video on YouTube describing this condition, and I thought it was normal. I had no idea. I mean, I thought there might be some outliers, some people that can visualize with their eyes closed, probably artists and such, but I didn't realize that the vast majority of humans can visualize images, sometimes very detailed images in their minds. Like, that to me was mind-blowing, pun intended. So just wanted to put that out there. I'm just curious of how many people have the ability to visualize, and if you do, has it helped you on your spiritual journey in any way? Has being able to visualize your healing, or Jesus, or celestial beings, or anything like that helped you at all feel closer to God, feel closer to spirit? That's really what I'm after on this video, is to put it out there that I just found out that I have this, and if it's how anybody else has experienced it as well, specifically in the spiritual department. So, all right, so if it's your first time here, I want to thank you very much for checking out Faith Evolved. And if you like the content I have here, definitely would appreciate your subscription. Of course, you can check out my other videos and see if anything else resonates with you. Like the video, please hit the notification bell so anytime I release a new video, you will be notified. And of course, don't forget to put in the comments below, because I always like to read them and respond whenever I can. All right, thanks guys and girls, and enjoy your day. God bless.